Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talking. I felt
Keeping it a buck. Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard.
Is somebody playing music or am I just hearing some shit? Is somebody playing music?
I don't hear it now.
Do y'all hear anything?
No.
What a great way to start off Sunday show.
My daughter had Minecraft on my computer, man, and I hear music.
Got it playing.
My fellas, my guys -1. My guys -1. Benny is out this weekend, man. You know, salute to Benny. He might jump in though, man. You know, he can't stay away. He might just mess around and just jump on and you know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's probably in the back. Yeah, he probably in the back creeping. This motherfucker here, man. This is how we start. We lose and then we got this.
I have never seen those ones.
So you next up, Pope. You look like you intrigued right now.
It's a very interesting. That's a very interesting combination. I'm not big on Funyuns, but I might have to
Me neither, but those.
I might have to check that flavor out though.
Yeah. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Jake, I feel your pain. Trojan shit the bed in South Bend again. At least y'all beat y'all rivals. Okay. Jake, don't even worry about it, man. Rocky, what up, fellas? What up, fellas?
Yeah.
Rob Dukes, I'm done with the Mario spin. He needs to go out, not waste another Saturday watching.
Chill, bro. Just chill.
Yeah. We'll talk about that, man.
Chill.
Here we go.
Yeah. Already. SP. What's going on? One game can't define the season. Louisville, absolutely. We'll talk about it.
Well, one game
P-Lo couldn't even enjoy my vacation this weekend. Just put Mally at QB and I'll feel better. Mr. Overdose, what's good? Good evening, my football family. I was gonna say Facebook. That's some old shit right there.
That's an old head coming out, Joe.
Let's chop this fable about Dose being innovative on offense. That's all right, man. DeMar, run game coordinator needs to fire himself. Wes, we're good.
Hey, how about we start? Let's start reading chats just for
Beast. Yeah. No doubt, man.
Just for 1 second. Can we?
Yeah. I just wanted to get everybody in, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody joining, man. Poke was in the building. Me and CB was at home. I'm glad I if my circumstances were different, I would have been down there, but I'm glad our good Lord knows what he's doing because I'm glad I wasn't down there. Poke.
Maybe we lost because you weren't there, Joe.
Maybe, but no. Plenty of reasons, not that. Pope, you were in the building, man. You were in the building.
I was.
How did it feel? How did it look? Friday night, you know, how did it look? How did it feel, man?
It looked fine. It didn't feel too good, but
yeah.
I mean,
did
you can't really
the crowd fill in later.
It eventually did, yeah. But you know, Friday night game in Miami, people getting off work when they're trying to get to the stadium, that's always tough to get there on time. So,
absolutely.
I mean, I drove straight up from work and didn't pull into about almost right at Canes Walk, so right about 5 o'clock. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, disappointing to say the least, but
yeah,
you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
but I was definitely multiple drinks in during the game. So a lot of my tweets and responses were definitely emotional based and in the heat of the moment based. But, I had a couple days to settle down and think about how everything went down. There's plenty to dissect and plenty to talk about, and a lot of these garbage ass narratives being thrown out there, that's for sure, about stuff that's just people just crashing out and saying stuff just to say it, man, sometimes. But you know how, and I'm sure it's not just our fan base. I'm sure it comes from every fan base, but we don't know about the other fan bases because we won't pay attention to them. So we only see from ours, and everybody's going to have their opinions about everything, and don't always agree with all of them. But I've read several different things over the past couple of days that have made a lot of sense too. So changed my perspective on a few things. But
we know what happens after. We know what happens after a loss. So CB, you were at home just like me. We both watched on TV, looking at it from home and on TV. How did you feel about what was going on?
We're far enough to where we can start categorizing the team as slightly undisciplined as far as the mental mistakes go and pre-snap penalties. That doesn't seem like the mark of a crystal ball team, so that has me very confused. Especially when it's up front. That has me very confused, and it hasn't been addressed yet. Has me very confused. Malachi Toney was our offense Friday night. The run game was virtually non-existent, and it lacks creativity. I've been saying this for, I think, 3 freaking years now. It lacks creativity.
Yep.
We desperately need someone to step up on the outside, on the outside of CJ Daniels. The number 2 is absent in this offense. There's a lot of questions on the offensive side. Carson Beck did not play a good game. It just is what it is. He's not the only one. This wasn't a loss on one person. I know it's easy to give it to one person because of the interception at the end.
Well, that and because of the position he plays.
Yes. This wasn't a loss on one person.
No.
But he did not play good.
Nope.
Period. There are some interesting questions about some players and lack thereof. Again, we're struggling at that number 2 spot. And a motherfucker who was supposed to be our number 1 played 1 play, and it was on, I believe, a 3rd down or 4th down play, and that I think was drawn up for him because the whole play flows to the right, and it was just him leaking out to the left. So I actually think that play was for him, but offensively, woeful. Other than Mally, none of this has anything to do with you, bro. None of this has anything to do with you. He played a great game. I'm not necessarily willing to throw Dawson out as quick as everybody else is. I think people call for jobs a little too quick to me when it comes to sports. Like
what good is that going to do if that happens? Honestly.
Well, I mean, if he's ass, then yes, let's talk about it. But people say that so freely as if this isn't actually a human being that would be losing a job. Like that's the part of it that bothers me. Like, I'm like, that's whatever. But yeah, the offense did not perform. There's no other way to put that. I've got a lot of questions. I'm sure we'll dive into some of the things that we saw and didn't see on offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
On defense, we failed to kind of adjust to something that I think was apparent to everyone in the building and at home and on Twitter, that they were getting the ball out fairly quickly, 2- and 3-step drops off his back foot, sometimes not even set. Why are we playing 10, 15 yards off? Why are we bailing? Why are we not challenging? We didn't tackle well. The defense did rise to the occasion at times when they needed to. They also bent too much at times when we needed them to be solid. 20-yard runs on 3rd and 18 is crazy. Coverage wise, look, y'all, that is an NFL receiver over there and probably a 1st-round one. So I'm not gonna kill anybody for him having a decent day. For the most part, we kept him in check early. It's just if you're that good, you're gonna get yours. Like, think about it from our perspective. Y'all really think a DB is shutting down Malley for 4 quarters? No, but you can slow him down, and that's what they did early. There's some defensive rotations that also don't make any sense to me. As far as snap counts go, I just thought it wasn't a good game in all 3 phases, to be honest with you. Although we probably should have had a punt return touchdown, but that's neither here nor there. I just don't. They look like they weren't locked in. They look like they were asleep at the beginning of the game. The mental mistakes and the penalties have to stop. I don't agree with the cop-out that, oh, well, you need to lose a game like this. That's about the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. No one has ever played a sport and say, you know what, I'm so happy we lost that. Bro, that does not happen. Now, you look back at a situation and say, well, that did make us stronger. But the idea is not to lose a game that has to make you stronger. The idea is to be mentally strong enough to win those fucking games. So I'm sorry for everyone that comments that and says that it's a good thing they lost. They needed to lose this game. That's about the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
No, because you can still win a game and look like shit and still be able to go back and look at it and say, oh, we did not do this and this very well. This could end up biting us in the ass later on. Let's learn from it, but still win the game. It doesn't have to be a loss in order to get those points across. So,
yep.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. But
real quick, salute Base Jaron, $5. Appreciate you, brother. The back-to-back buys affected them in the worst way, just like I feared. Let's hope they bounce back this weekend. Absolutely.
See, now, absolutely. I think it definitely played a part. Now, to base everything just off of that I don't think is realistic. But I do think it factored in. You can't play one game in 27 days and expect to come out and be completely rust-free. I mean, take for example, if I were to put it into baseball terms, you go into a rain delay for an hour or two, you can't expect your starting pitcher to come back out and be throwing gas and lights out after a 2-hour rain delay after heating all the way up. So that's the kind of way I related to it. But at the same time, you expect them to be more prepared than they were. So
yeah, absolutely. The buys,
but I don't think it was the main issue.
Yeah, the buys have been on the schedule. They've known about them, so they have to be prepared for that shit.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I think at the same time, I think everybody's overreacting. Let's chill out, man. Relax. Like, not saying there's nothing to worry about, because on this show after Florida State, we discussed that there's plenty to worry about.
I got a lot of shit for
that. That things are gonna bite Miami in the ass. We discussed.
Not happy at me.
The run game being the main thing.
There's something I'm looking up, and
there were people that said there's nothing to worry about. We're overreacting. We should chill out. Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, no.
You want to know what does have me worried, Joe? Mm-hmm. There was a tweet from Chris. Shout out to Chris Villani. I hope I said your name right, but I don't want to just say I came up with this because I didn't. Miami does not control its path to the ACC title game right now. Virginia and Georgia Tech are undefeated in the ACC and don't play each other or Miami. Mm-hmm. So that has me worried a little bit.
Well, the thing with that, right? Let's say, and we're getting off topic a little bit here, but let's say we go 11-1. We don't lose another game, and we don't go to the ACC championship. I think we still go to the playoffs.
We do.
Yeah. So that, to me, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Although I'm tired of other teams being in Charlotte. I'm tired of
it'd be nice to win one of these motherfuckers, bro.
I'm tired of seeing cats in Charlotte that shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? If I have to see Duke and Pitt in Charlotte or some shit, I'm gonna be tight or whatever.
That's
But
nasty championship.
yeah, I'm cool if that happens and we go to the playoff. But anyway, yeah, I think we're overreacting, man. Let's look at some things, right? So we turned the ball over 4 times, had the ball in the fourth quarter with the opportunity to win the game after 4 turnovers. That says
a little something.
Bananas. You know what I mean? That's pretty all right. You know what I mean? Not okay in, that we had 4 turnovers, but, we were still in the game. The defense, I think, played very well. Uncharacteristic, missing a lot of tackles, not swarming to the ball like usual. The adjustments, like CB said, we knew what they did. Coach Brom did a masterful job of taking Ruben Bain out the game, taking the whole D-line out the game, basically. He did a masterful job.
Chopped him anytime they threw the ball laterally, so he made sure they couldn't. Yeah,
hard to get pressure when your quarterback's getting the ball out in like 2 seconds or less.
Yeah, he did what Coach Malzahn failed to do. He tried to do that. Coach Brown was successful at doing that, no doubt. But after early confusion and looking lost, the defense stepped up. We turned the ball over 4 times. I think on 3 of those, the defense stopped them. So they did a good sudden change, man. Defense came out and did their thing, man. Gave up 14. Oh. Yeah, gave up 14 early and then gave up 10 the rest of the game, right?
Yeah. They locked in. They locked in for sure.
13 maybe the rest of the game, something like that. It was 27-24, right? Yeah.
24-21.
Oh, 24. Okay, so gave up 10 the rest of the game.
10 the rest of the game.
Yeah, man. So they settled in. Let's keep it a buck. The offense, the complementary football we were used to seeing, we did not see.
No.
We did not see it all. And that's the disappointment, right? And the offense, which we all thought we would not have to worry about at all. That was right. That was the thing, right? The thing was we'll be worried about the defense, not the offense.
But we ended up settling for 2 field goals that we easily should have been touchdowns had we not fizzled out or gotten stupid ass penalties.
Yep. So penalties again rears this ugly head.
Again,
like we mentioned after Florida State that it would.
Very concerning.
Stalling on the offense, the lack of creativity in the run game we've been talking about, like CB said, for at least the last 2-3 years. We've been discussing that.
Facts, man. We've I don't know how many times we've brought it up.
Yeah.
Slam that thing in there one more time. It might work this time.
Yeah. And what's ill is that Louisville, again, if you don't have the horses up front, right? The way our run game works is slow developing. All you have to do is bring an extra guy, like they did, and bring the extra guy, blow it up in the backfield. You may not even get the tackle in the backfield, but you slow down the back in the backfield. They brought up an extra safety at the start of the snap, or like close to the start of the snap, so the O-line couldn't account for it. And every time, that extra guy was the reason that the play got shut down. We had more negative runs than I think we've ever had.
I saw somewhere somebody put out a tweet. It was like 11 of 16 of our runs were all the same run.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our running backs had 16 carries.
11 of them were up the gut.
2.6 yards per carry.
I ain't seen a pitch in this offense ever.
Right?
I ain't seen a money just turn around and pitch.
We barely see any off tackle runs. What are you talking about? Let alone a pitch.
No counter, no misdirection.
Yeah. All right, so let's run through a few numbers, man.
I like Dawson, and I don't agree that it's Dawson as to why there's only 2 receivers eating in this offense. You have to get separation. You have to get open. You have to present yourself in a manner to where if I throw this ball, the other ain't catching it. It is the receiver's job to get open. I don't think there's confidence over there. It's a lot of that is just confidence, man. If I drop back and he slightly on you, and he also slightly on CJ, I'm going to CJ. Mm-hmm. It's just a confidence thing.
With Beck, so, I think he got caught up in the moment last week or the week before, Florida State moment. We were used to check down Beck, right? He would check down. That's what we loved about him. He was checking down. This week, he was letting that bitch fly. No check. There was
he closed his eyes on at least 2 of them picks. I'm talking about closed his eyes.
Yes. The same check downs that were there in the beginning were there for this game.
Three out of the 4 interceptions. 3 out of the 4 interceptions. We had either the tight end or the running back open in the middle or in the flat.
Yep.
And if he takes those like he normally did, this is a 100% completely different ball game.
Yeah.
And that is why he's supposed to be here. A couple of those were not the worst decision. Like, all right, everyone hates the Mally one across the middle because of the PI and because he threw in the triple coverage. Mally has a step on him. If that ball is out in front, that's either an over-the-shoulder catch or an incompletion.
But
Mally does have a step on them. The wheel that he threw the pick on, not a bad decision, bad ball. He throws that ball late. He underthrows it and throws it to the inside. That ball, again, is supposed to be over the shoulder. He puts that ball over the shoulder. It's either a catch or an incompletion. He throws that ball to the inside and he underthrows it. It's picked. They weren't terrible decisions. Now, the other one, there's one where he completely closed his eyes because he had Lofton wide open for about the first down. And he just kind of closed his eyes and threw it to what looks like absolutely no one. But a couple of them, the 2 in particular, those weren't bad ideas. They were just executed poorly. It was just the Mally one was a moonshot.
Yeah.
That ball just had way too much air under it, which allowed the other safety to track it down. He wasn't triple covered at the time.
Made a great play.
Yeah, the ball and the kid had crazy closing speed because he comes from goddamn left field. But if he puts that ball ahead, like I said, it's either overthrown or Mally makes, the fingertip catch. I don't know. I would like to see a bit more cerebral Carson Beck at times. I thought the tight end would be really involved with what we've seen over him over the past couple years. We haven't seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not as out on him as Twitter is, but
no, not at all. I mean, you can chalk it up to a bad game. I mean, everybody's entitled to have a bad game, whether you like it or not. It's going to happen. That's the nature of sport, regardless of what sport you play. It's going to happen, and you can't just completely flush a dude down the toilet for one bad game or making bad decisions. The only thing you can hope for with a guy of his experience and his talent level, that he goes and watches film and corrects himself and makes the adjustment he needs to make. I mean, I have all the confidence in the world that he's going to do that. He's not just and people saying he's TVD 2.0. It's not. Yeah. Come on. It's
he can look like that.
He can look like that for sure.
He just has a crazy range is Beck's frustration. Is my frustration with him. Is his ceiling versus floor. There's a crazy gap there, and it drives me nuts watching him sometimes because you see him either not make a decision or not make a throw that you go like, I know you can make that throw. This isn't frustration in me saying I wish we had a quarterback that could make that throw. Well, we do. It's you. You can make that throw. But when he doesn't make it, I think that's the frustration. I don't think it's he's sad. I think it's we know he can be better than what we've seen over the past couple games.
I wish he would be.
Or if you just think he's sad, I think you need to watch a little bit more Beck. I don't think he's just terrible. I just think he's been bad. And that's the frustration is we know he can be better. And like Polk says, you trust that if someone with this skill set, with this experience he will be better.
I mean, bottom line, we're not in the position we are right now, being starting off 5-0, 5-1 without Carson Beck. We don't get into this position where we're at now. Look at look what he did all the way up to this point to get us to where we are right now. We have one bad game, and now all of a sudden the season's gone. I mean, I'll be the first to say I was saying all kinds of crazy shit after the game on Friday. But like I said before, your emotions as a fan and being so invested in this and being a fan as long a lot of us has, sometimes it's hard to suppress those things because you start getting the PTSD that sets in that we've all seen being Miami Hurricanes fans. But then when you have some time to go back and sit down and think about it and where we're going, we're not in the position we are without Beck getting us there in some of these games. Yes, the defense showed up in a lot of the games. They were a little underperformed somewhat on Friday night. The offense definitely did. But I don't know. I just don't see the point in flushing entire season down the drain because of one bad game or wanting to completely clean house and fire every coach that we have. We don't even get to the point where the team is at now without Cristobal. We're not at this stage. We don't have the pieces in place. We don't have the type of talent we have on this team without him here. So everybody's saying it's like, oh, fire Cristobal. Then what do we go to? What is there? How does this team get back to where we are right now without him?
Billy Napier is available.
Shut up. Now, here's the thing where I would play devil's advocate, Joe. I'm not fucking doing that.
If y'all wanna do that,
nah.
You know what I mean? We have
He's going back to the Sun Belt. Leave him alone. He's taking his buyout. He's going to Alcorn State, and he's
y'all want James Franklin? Y'all want James Franklin?
No.
James Franklin's available.
No, I'll take Lane. Anyway.
Lane's not coming here, man.
Here's my he got the swagger though. Here's the thing. I don't think Beck has won us a game yet. But I do agree that you cannot say we have had even a successful season to this point without giving him flowers for what he has done in those wins. But I don't think we've won a game because of his arm. But I don't think that's a slight on Beck. It's just that I do feel like it has been a three-dimensional effort in our wins. The run game, the defense, it does feel like these have been team efforts. It's not like there's some games last year where we're like, well, that was Cam. Like, all right, well, Cam won us this. This year, we have been more of a unit. We have been more of a team. So I don't know if this team is built for Beck to win us games, if that makes sense. I don't think this team is built for him to throw for 580 and 6 touchdowns. That's not really. I don't think that's what Mario wants to see on the box score. Mirabal said it. 13-10, bro, and we're up.
That's the point. That's why he needs to. That's why this game was an uncharacteristic game for him.
Facts.
Like there were plenty of check down opportunities, plenty of underneath opportunities. He's very accurate underneath. He's very accurate throwing a deep ball, but he wasn't this game. Real quick, some
25 at 35 this game, so
yeah, some numbers.
Still accurate.
Total yards.
Yeah, I got him pulled up here.
367 yards for Louisville, 334 yards for Miami. 248 passing yards for Louisville, 271 passing yards for Miami. 7.7 yards per pass for us, 6.7 yards per pass for them, 4 picks. Big difference in the game. Huge difference. Without those, we probably there's a good chance we win this game.
We only punted 3 times.
Yeah.
21 first downs to 15 is a stat, though.
Yeah, they ran the ball 31 times. I personally think we got away from the run too quick. I personally think that. Penalties, again, 9 for 67.
And it's the timing of the penalties.
We're
and where
at the bottom of the league again, or the top of the league, however you want to put it. We're terrible penalty-wise. And again, that showed.
3rd and manageable and get a penalty, and now you're 3rd and long.
Yep.
Get
the stat
a dumbass penalty when we're backed up near our goal line to push us even further back. I mean, come on. So the timing and of some of those penalties were really bad.
Point, Paul. Penalty yards between us and them, they had 64 penalty yards. We had 67.
Yep.
You know the difference is 3 more penalties though. It's not that they were 15-yard penalties.
Right.
They were those 5-yard freaking mental mistakes. And the crazy stat, if you would have told me we lost a time of possession game to Louisville, I would have told you, well, that's not happening. Because if one thing we are going to do is control the clock.
Yep.
This wasn't a mirror ball Mario game, and we usually win, mirror ball Mario style. This just wasn't one of those games, and
4 picks is the difference. We lost by 3. 4 picks is absolutely the difference.
Turnovers for sure.
Absolutely the difference.
Yeah, you can't turn a ball over 4 times.
Yeah, you just can't.
No,
you just can't.
You can't do it. You can't do it. All right, so
we're lucky it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah,
Before, like I said, the defense.
Yeah, you want to beat the snot out of somebody, you pick them up 4 times.
Usually that's the case, right?
Yeah, sudden change, man. Sudden change. The defense came up, man. They stopped them, and I put it in our chat, man. If the offense can help out a little bit, we may be all right. But
yeah, because you start to wear that defense out, they start to get tired, and then you got things like you get banged up. Mezzi, I want you to play in the NFL, dog. Please don't hurt yourself in college. He just won't come off the field, limping or not. He is a warrior, man. He dropped back. He was limping. I'm screaming at the TV. Mezzi's hurt. He stays in and then drops back into coverage. I said, this man's a psychopath.
Yeah,
he's an absolute psychopath. But that goes to show you that there's a different type of grit on that side of the ball this year. Like there's a different type of when it felt like, all right, the defense doesn't have any energy. It felt like Jacoby and Keontae said, okay, we got it. We'll bring some energy. And they turn up very quickly. It almost feels like our offense last year where it was like, hey, where's the offense at? And then the offense would go, don't worry, I got you on it. Boom, boom, boom. It felt like that's how the defense was a Friday night where anytime I'm like, all right, man, we need y'all. There's a sack. There's there's pressure in the pocket. There's a tip pass. We should have had 2, maybe even 3 picks too. We got to work on some of these ball skills. We got to close some of these out. But I thought those guys on defense fought, man. There were some mental mistakes. Again, giving up big runs on 3rd down sucks. That was gap discipline. That was just taking the wrong step. We had 2 linebackers on that play, and they both took the wrong step. But for the most part, I was pretty proud of the way the defense responded Friday. They responded pretty well to adversity. It's just eventually you keep bending, you're going to break a little bit. So, but I was pretty pleased with what we saw on the defensive side. You're not allowed to get a pass rush against a team like this. Braum made sure of it. He just said, I'm not gonna allow it. I'll get the ball out quick. I just won't allow you to tag Miller. I'm gonna take Bain and Mezzi out the game. And there were times when we were shredding their offensive line. Like if you watch some of that, Armando Blunt was going crazy. You just can't get there in time.
Yep.
See, and here's one of those things that you hope they take from this game like that, because in a sense, Louisville kind of exposed how to suppress those guys, like you just said, or beat the defensive with how we have been playing. So you look at this game and you scheme better. It's like, okay, if we see this, then this. If we see this, then this. You hope those corrections are made, and that way when you see multiple looks from an offense, because now there's a good chance you're gonna start seeing it from the rest of these teams the rest of the way with what Louisville did Friday night. So you got to come up with a game plan, and I have every confidence that Heatherman, the Mad Viking, is going to do it. So,
well, when a team wants to go quick game, real quick, when a team wants to go quick game, you don't let you bump and run. Like you need them at the line, you don't let
Lucas and OJ. We got 2 of the most physical crash out young.
We were definitely given too much space. Definitely too much space.
Definitely.
O'Connor has joined my list of crash outs. He was talking all game. He plays hard, man. He plays with a different kind of energy too. That's what I do like about this defense this year. They got energy, man.
All right, so positives and negatives from the game, man. Positives, if we could find any. I'm sure there are. If we could find some positives from the game on offense and on defense, CB. Positives.
I'll go quick because I've been very long with everything I've said tonight, like per usual. On offense, my positive, I'm not going to take the obvious one. So I'll say my positive on offense is
just take the obvious because that's the only one.
No, my positive is we block on all phases, man. The receivers on screens, we saw Coop blow somebody up on the same.
I think there's a dead body still sitting on the field.
Oh yeah, that man is still being scraped up off the floor, like the old cigarette commercials when they were like melted into the couch.
Yes.
They get after it in all three levels, though. You love it, man. You love seeing the receivers get out there and block too for each other. Like you look at Mally, when Mally is catching and running, receivers are turning their heads and getting blocks. They're not running and celebrating with him. They're looking for a body. So that's encouraging. That's all I got, y'all. I'm reaching. On defense, Keontae Scott, y'all. He is lightning in a bottle. He's everything we need him to be. He's a nickel. He can play safety. He's become our extra pass rusher. Those delayed blitz with him. He's so good at timing snap counts. He's just a ball of energy, man. He's like a 6-man. And I know he starts technically now the way offenses are in college. Your nickels are starting corner or starting DB, but he's like a 6-man. He's like a Jamal Crawford where it's like we need some energy, and here comes Zero to do something. So shout out to Keontae, man. He plays the run well. He's a great pass rusher, open field tackles, really good in coverage, man. He's been heaven sent. I mean, it is so hard to play that nickel position. And he's probably one of the better ones we've had in a while. We didn't have a true nickel last year, and I think we're seeing what that does if you do have a true nickel in today's spread offensive world.
All right, Poke, what you got, man? Positives on the offense and the defensive side.
Mally is Mally, and the kid is phenomenal. There's no question about it. The only thing I hope is that we don't start relying on him that much. We've got to be able to mix it up.
That seems to be the theme, though. It seems to be that when we find someone, we're riding that person to the end of the earth, dog.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
100%. But I think overall, the safeties had a pretty good game. We didn't see Jacoby Thomas like we have seen. However, I think Poyser played a good game, and like CB said, Keontae Scott was probably had the most energy on the defense all night. And I think that just goes to show you how much credit you got to give Louisville too for kind of neutralizing our defensive line and the pass rush in that sense. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and no major injuries either, so that's also a positive. And the kicking game looked good still. So
absolutely. I think what I hope is a positive is that Coach Dawson, whoever makes the decisions on the offensive side of the ball, swallow pride and make some changes. Because again, there's no more bye weeks, right? So 7 straight left, 7 straight games left, 6 straight.
Six straight.
Yeah, and we can't falter. We can't falter, and we have to continue to play complimentary football, man. Our defense is playing their asses off, and they're playing hard. So the offense has to get out of their heads, swallow their pride, and get back to what works, man. Miami's offensive line has been built to carry the offense. Use them. You know, use them. You have
They're
backs.
athletic. Like, why are they
You
not
have
pulling? Why are
backs.
they not moving?
Yeah, you have backs that are crazy. You have 3 backs that are all capable of giving you 100. You have 3 backs that are all capable, man. Like, let's get back to it, man. Yeah, go ahead, CB.
Why are they all used the same way too? It like they're so different.
Mm-hmm.
Like Marty seems like the guy you do want to run those guard tackle counters with. You do want to run pulling actions with because he's so good at being patient, guiding a block, setting up a block, then sticking his foot in the ground and going.
Yeah.
Fletch is more of that zone dive guy. Fletch ain't trying to be out there. Fletch trying to get all wicked inside of here, bro. Fletch don't got his eyes up anyway. He looking to run somebody clean over. But then Lyle,
straight to contact, though.
Lyle looks like he loves a cutback. There are different styles of backs, but we're running the same goddamn zone dive with all 3 of them, and they all bring something different to the game, and it feels like we don't always adapt to our personnel on offense well. I mean, FFS.
That's
Chris
been an
Thompson
issue.
looks great at SMU, y'all. Like, we're not adjusting to our personnel as well as I would like us to. And I'm not a detractor on Dawson, y'all. I see things from Dawson that make me go, oh, that boy wicked. Like, he got it. I've seen it. I love offensive creativity too. And I do like it when I see it from him. He's got some wicked shit in that playbook, y'all. He does. There's things that don't work, and people would swear it's a bad play, but I'm watching it going, oh, if we'd have done right, that was cold. So he's not a bad offensive coach. There's just some, I don't know, maybe Joe, maybe you're onto something with the whole swallow your pride sometimes. You got to like, man, we need a tight end in the middle of the field. Like, there's things that are missing from this offense. It's just, I don't know.
The thing is, in the passing game, I think is fine. It just comes down to the decisions the quarterback's going to make and where he's going to throw the ball. But we can all agree, and we've kind of beat this into the ground. The run game has to change. It has to get more innovative. It has to get more creative, and you have to do something other than a zone dive in the A gap. 11 out of 16 runs. So. And that portion we can do better. We need to do better. Not just can, need to.
Because without that number 2 stepping up, it is very easy to bracket or roll coverage. You got a guy in the slot. I can put my nickel on him and have a safety over the top. Wherever CJ goes, I got a corner following him, and my safety is going to roll that way too. That other guy has to step up.
No, yeah.
He has to. And that's why we were so deadly of a passing game last year. Because who do you double? Bracket X if you want. We were killing you on the outside. Jacoby would get you. Horton will get you. It was hard to scheme against that passing game.
Speaking of a Horton, real quick, speaking of Horton, there's a Horton on the Georgia D line that's fucking eating right now. And I'm mad about that. But go ahead.
Yeah, he had a good game. He played well.
Go ahead, CB.
Yeah. My boy looks good over there in Washington, too, by the way. Also, who's about to be all Big 12 for UCF is crazy. My dog is having a great year. I just wanted to say that here and now. He's having a fantastic year. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I know what you guys all want us to address, but we don't. No one knows. But I would like to see someone step up on that other side. I don't care who it is at this point. I really don't care. Put Chance out there, put Moore out there, more. I don't care. We need somebody to step up there. And I'd like to see the tight end get 2 or 3 targets a game at least. We got to start opening that thing up.
Yeah, I agree. We addressed this, Kelvin. We know there were people open.
Yes.
Like we said, it's very uncharacteristic of Carson Beck. And again, I really think the previous week's success against Florida State, sometimes you just smelling yourself a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna go up top. I'm going up top. I'm gonna go. That's the sexy thing to do. And I think he got out of his character a little bit. Yeah, the running game. So I just wanted to look up, and Coach Mirabal is the running game coordinator. Like that's his official title.
Oh well, that makes perfect sense though.
Yeah.
Because his idea is I'm gonna have them push.
Yeah.
That's his idea. Is I'll create the push. You just slam that bitch right behind him.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit more sense to me now. And why?
Yeah. Yeah.
And never no smut on Mirabal, by the way. He's my favorite position coach on the planet. He's the best position coach
facts.
on the
But we
love Mirabal on this podcast.
And we don't know how that dynamic works, right? We don't know how the run game is who actually creates the run. We don't know how that works. So however it works, they all need to put their heads together and come up with some shit. Yeah. Defenses are all doing the same thing. This slow developing running game, defenses are all doing the same thing. They're changing the picture late before the play. They're changing the picture. They're bringing the safety down. And what's interesting is if you want to know when Miami's about to run the ball, watch the defense bring the safety down. Like it seems like they all know when Miami's about to run the ball. I mean, I'm sitting at home and I'm calling out running plays.
Yeah.
Every single time. Like they have to figure that out, man. They have to figure that out.
And there's no progression from a look. So we don't show one look and then have multiple variations
plays off that look.
Yeah. When are we going to pump fake the bubble and throw the wheel route behind it?
We've done it. We did it a couple times last year.
That way, pump fake the bubble coming back that way and throw the tight end screen to the middle.
Yeah. Right.
Like where is the misdirection off of a concept that is proven and on tape?
Yeah.
That is so you get something on tape, you say, well, shit, I've shown them that a bunch of times, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw this little wrinkle because now they're starting to cheat on that. Boom, I pump fake, I go deep. Now you got to respect my bubble because you don't know if I'm pumping this time. But when we turn it loose on that bubble, the offenses know.
Yeah. There
hasn't been the fake the jail screen to throw to the other side. They're just there's some creativity lacking.
No, Mo.
We appreciate you. But where's your normal comment, Mo? Extend Mario. Where's that at? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Where's that at, man? Don't fall off now.
Yeah,
appreciate
we need some,
you, Mo.
We just and
you would think coming off the buys, coming off the buys there would be more, right? Because we keep saying it looks like there are building blocks off the offense, off some of the plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 week we see Elijah Lofton incorporated in the offense, right? We see it. Like, oh yeah. So we would think Elijah Lofton's coming. He about to break out. And then no, he's non-existent until the last play of the game. Yeah,
I forgot about this kid. I literally forgot about this receiver. That's crazy.
It's confusing, dog. It's really confusing.
When what happened to all the RPOs?
Yeah,
that's another issue too.
Yeah,
I don't do much of that either.
It's a little it's confusing, man.
It is.
Again, we always say we're not in the building. We have no idea what's going on in the building. But as someone watching these games, it's very confusing. That's very wild to see.
It's just confusing.
Like we're like, what's going on, man? For me, the positive on defense for me, man, was just how they adjusted and they kind of bounced back throughout the game, and the sudden change defense. That was very positive to see. Because like we all said, man, you throw 4 picks, you're supposed to be out of there. It's not supposed to be a close game at all. And Coach Braum was trying to bury us. He was trying to bury Miami, man, and he couldn't do it. So, yeah, I agree.
It's hard to come off the bench those sudden change moments because you were just relaxing and you got to throw your helmet on. It's chaos. You're wondering, all right, what were some of the things this receiver was doing last time? You're trying to hear the call. The crowd is louder. You're anticipating something big, and that's usually why offenses go for that jugular right after, because there's that shift in emotion where someone was in the middle of a Gatorade squirt and now he got to come play defense. So you want to catch that guy when he's
iPad. They looking at the iPad.
Yeah,
and
he's about to lock in, but he ain't locked in yet. So you want to go ahead and snap that, take it deep. But they did a good job at locking in. Yeah, it just wasn't a good game. We just didn't play a good game.
Yeah, it wasn't a good game, man. And listen, I say 12-0 because I'm gonna say 12-0 every year. I don't expect a loss, so I'm gonna say 12-0 every year. I'm not naive enough to think that shit can't happen. You know what I mean? I played the game. We know things can happen. We watch college football. The best team doesn't win every week at all. At all. We watch this game, man. So we know how many of the top 25, top 15 lost last week. It was like us. It was like 6 out of the top 15, top 20 took L's.
It may even be more than that. It was kind of wicked.
Yeah. Texas Tech took an L.
Yeah,
Ole Miss.
right? Like it was like 2 6 7s and some shit. It was crazy.
Yeah, crazy. You know, so definitely not naive to think that we can't lose. Losing like this when the talent has been built for these 3-4 years, and you have the talent, especially on offense, and it's not getting like we know Mally is him. We know that. Get him his touches, because now teams are gonna take away or attempt to take away Mally. You're gonna have to do something else now. You know what I mean?
Bracket that boy. I'm gonna bracket the shit out of
Tommy, man. Appreciate you, man. Is there anyone you guys think should be replaced as far as coaching?
Not at the moment. Ask me after the season. I might have a different answer, but not right now.
We just lost our first game of the year, y'all.
Yeah, not
we just lost one game, y'all. We
are
the number
now,
9
Tommy.
ranked team in the country.
Yeah, not now, Tommy. If we weren't talking about changing coaches before this loss, we're not gonna talk about changing coaches now,
right.
man. Like
no. Maybe just some duties as far as some of the shit.
But the adults in the building, they need to step up.
Yeah.
Don't please. The one thing about coaches, man, sometimes they are hard-headed. They are hard-headed, man. Some coaches,
You don't say.
do not think that they need to change. 904 Hurricanes.
Lance Guidry had
9
4
of the top
DBs
25
and kept
teams
blitzing. Blitz safeties.
Yeah.
He was just, y'all remember that shit against Syracuse? We were getting killed on the outside. He kept sending me.
Keep blitzing. Keep blitzing.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'll blitz them both. Like, OJ is out there like, bro, please, for the love of Christ. But
yeah,
I think they'll make adjustments, though, man. I'm not. I think they'll make the adjustments. I do.
Yeah.
Austin's not a bad offensive mind. He's not. Do I think they'll make the adjustments in the run game? If I'm being honest with y'all, we keep it a buck on this show. No, I don't. I don't. I've been saying shit for 3 years, so no.
But even all right, even if you don't adjust for the extra rusher, like you have to do something different now with that extra rusher that's coming in. Like again, nobody that we play moving forward is gonna have the talent up front to compete. They're not. So you have to throw numbers at the problem, right? So
even Lofton, H-back. Get back there, boy.
Not Lofton because he can't block. Somebody else can block. Where's Owen Ruskovitz, dog? Like where's
Luka Gilbert? Owen? Let's be honest with you. Y'all turn on Luka Gilbert's high school tape. He
could block. No doubt. That boy's 6'7".
Put my boy back there.
Put SJ.
Oh.
Put SJ back there. Like let's
Get my boy Luka back
do
there.
something.
Because then variations off that, right? So if he's playing some fullback, eventually I'm gonna fake that. I'm gonna hit the bootleg, quick little boom for the quick 6. It's a quick 6-yard gain or a 3rd and 2. That's an easy sneak out because we didn't
Jackson
did that.
Carver's out for the season, Rocky. Jackson Carver been out. For
they got in their mind, all right, when this freshman tight end comes in, he's a blocker. He's an extra tackle. Until the one time we slip him out on 3rd and short. Because he's a tight end, so he still got the hands for it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to say Elijah Lofton can't block. I know he's hurt in an area where it's going to be hard for him to block. You know what I mean?
Explode.
Yeah. So we're not going to do that. But yeah, absolutely. You got to make. And listen, they get paid the big bucks, man. They should make those adjustments. They should make those adjustments moving forward.
Phenomenal blocking tight end.
Absolutely.
Big kid.
All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you guys moving forward? You're 5, CB?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen them play 4 quarters.
Okay.
The mental mistakes have carried on way too long.
Yep.
And defense are starting to figure out what we like to do. They just haven't figured out how to stop Malley yet.
Right.
But other than that, they have figured out what we like to do. It's nothing over a 5 because we've only lost 1 game. Louisville is not a bad football team. That's a very good defense. Top 12 defense in the country, by the way. It's not a bad defense. So I'm not terrified, but I'm a 5. I'm lukewarm. I'm if y'all don't fix a couple of these things, is go to a 6. I'm a 5. I mean, we lost 1 game. We won't be out physical like this up front every week. It just won't happen with a mirror ball offensive line. So the run game wasn't successful, but I don't see that happening every week. I know they'll make those changes because this team is built up front. The losing in the trenches hurts this administration more than just losing. I can guarantee you that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm a 5. There's things that worry me, but they could also drop to a 4 or rise to a 6. I'm in the middle. It's 1 loss. I can't be crazy.
Real quick, Poke, before you go, how many of you guys in here in this chat had Miami going 12-0? Give me your records and tell me that you didn't have them losing 1 or 2 games.
I had us losing to SMU.
I think the majority of people in here had them going 11-1 or 10-2. I don't think anybody had 9-3, but 11-1, 10-2. So when they lose a game, what's the thing? Like, what's the I had 12-0 because I'm gonna say that, like I said, but you know,
I was worried about the secondary, so I thought SMU didn't give us buckets. But
all right, so I see 11-1, I see 9-3. 818 says 8-0 in the ACC. All right, so I mean,
who had 9-3? Stop lying.
With this schedule,
hold on,
y'all were in our preseason chat talking about if they don't go undefeated with this schedule, blah blah blah. What are we talking about? 9-3. I never heard nobody say 9-3 with this schedule. I heard a lot
Dale
of
Anderson, Rocky says 9-3. Mr. Overdose says 9-3. Yeah, so if you had 9-3 or 10-2 or 11-1, what are you talking about?
If you had 9-3, you smooth right now.
I mean,
you gotta be.
This was my pick to drop. So I picked this at the beginning. We were losing to Louisville. This was the game I picked we would lose. I think it's more of just how it transpired and the way the team looked. I think that's what's got me more.
And it's definitely 9-3 is not 9-3 wouldn't be acceptable to me.
It would not be.
But
no,
it's not. We're 6-1, 5-1, whatever right now.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah. Poke, how worried are you, man? Scale of 1 to 10.
10 being the most worried?
Yes.
Was that okay? I'm probably right around where CB's at, 4.5, 0.6, maybe. Because I mean, and I said it earlier, it's just we expect the team to be perfect on every aspect every time out, and that's just the expectations that fans put on their teams. And for any of you that have played ball on any level, any type of ball, and some of us have played. I've played almost every level there is to play with baseball outside of being an actual major leaguer. So I know what it takes to go out every single day and try to be perfect. And sometimes it's just not there. Sometimes you just have those games, and I think this was that game. And the way the season has gone to this point, I just don't see a game like this being repeated. And if it does, then we can start having a different conversation. But at this point right now, I just don't see it happening that way. I think, like Joe said, Carson was feeling himself this game because of the last game and wanted to try to, put it out of reach and actually, put the final nail in the coffin before we got the lid on. So I think if any of y'all watched the press conference, not that stupid little clip where everybody says he was blaming his own player, because I don't buy that bullshit. And I don't think anything he said was out of left field. I think it was perfectly acceptable. If you listen to the whole clip and the whole conference, he put a lot of that blame, almost all the blame, on himself. Needed to play better, needed to be better prepared, make better decisions. He even talked about taking the check down like he usually does and like what he's known for. He even discussed it. So I think he goes from this going back to the type of play that he knows best and what he does best. I think the offensive line figures it out and Mirabal gets him straight. He's just the type of coach that's going to do that. So I think this is just a one-off, honestly. I honestly do. But like I said, if it's not and other problems happen and some of the things keep, then it's going to be a completely different conversation. But at this point in time, that's where I'm at.
The funny thing about the interview, and I'll make this quick about the interview, is even my first reaction to it was, oh, no, he can't say that. And then you watch the whole thing and you realize, all right, how many times is he going to answer this question?
Right.
Right. Because at this point, here's the thing about football. If you watch that play, that's clearly the wrong route, because no quarterback is throwing a fucking wheel route hot. That's not happening. That ball, that route that Lofton ran, that wheel route is a upfield over the right shoulder. The quarterback is never throwing a hot on a wheel route as a back shoulder. So clearly that was supposed to be broken off. If you just watch that play, you can tell there's no way Carson thought he ran the wrong route, and I'm talking about watching it live. You had to come to the conclusion of, okay, either Carson thought he was breaking that off or Lofton ran the wrong route, or somebody didn't know what the fuck was supposed to happen there. That's clear. That's why I said there was miscommunication. For sure. In the wrong route. The way it was clipped up at first, yes. Because even I put it in the chat, so y'all, he can't say this. And then you actually listen to the whole thing, you're like, okay, you can only ask me the same question. So we've got to have time before. Because I'm asking you this question knowing the answer. You fell on the sword 3 times. I'm going to ask you one more time. Hey, bro, on that route. Because I know that's not the right route watching it. So, yeah, sometimes it's how things are clipped. And what kills me is that people say, well, if it was the wrong route, if it was the wrong route, why'd you throw it? Because that was the read. He was reading hot, and it's a timing throw. It's a timing throw.
It got tipped, too.
That's why. It got tipped, yeah. Yeah, because it's hot, and hot literally means the second this bitch touched my hands, it's going. It's so bomb. It could have been a situation where as he's letting it go, he's thinking, "Fuck, he's not there." But you don't even know that until it's leaving your fingertips and you're going right. Because it's timing and anticipation route. That's why the ball was thrown. It's like when you're scared to throw this curveball, you done shook your catcher off twice. And then you say, no, I'm throwing this. And the second you let it go, you knew you
that
hung
shit
it.
is hanging. You threw a hanger. You threw a hanger.
You don't need to see it. The second it leaves your hand, you're like, oh, that thing's hanging. So I think he might have had a guy wide open, but if it's a hot route, he's throwing it the minute the ball hits his hands. Come on. Yeah, if it's hot,
Don't
his
be
job
ridiculous.
is let's
Don't
go.
be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm
Just
quick out.
think
Yeah.
a little bit, guys.
It
Come
just
on.
didn't work out. It wasn't executed well. Even if Lofton ran the right route, it was tipped and would have been picked regardless. Like, it didn't work. In totality, that play just did not work.
We have to explain. Some people may not know what hot means.
Okay.
So
go ahead, Joe.
May
Take
not
it
know
away.
what hot means, man.
Enlighten us, Joe.
So if the defense is
Get some
blitzing
knowledge.
or the receiver's uncovered or something like that, hot. That means the ball is out right now. As soon as the quarterback gets it, the ball is out. There's no reading defenses. There's no going through progressions. The ball is out, and the person that's hot, there's a person that's hot that you're throwing to. So that was the read. The tight end, Rob, that's who he was throwing to, which was Lofton.
Mm-hmm.
But the hot route apparently was the wrong route. So he ran a wheel up the field when he should have ran to the flat, which would have been away from the linebacker. Now, the linebacker was screaming. It looks like the linebacker was showing blitz, but didn't blitz because he screamed to Elijah Lofton. He didn't hesitate. So it may not have been a big play if he caught the ball, if it was a good throw, but he apparently he threw the right ball. We don't know.
Yeah, so
we don't know. We don't know what the call is.
I'm looking at it right now, and I'm gonna be honest. I think he thought Lofton was going to the flat. Yeah, I think he,
because you don't have time. And CB, tell me or not, it doesn't look like everybody blitzed who was showing on that play, because it looked like there were a lot of people showing blitz, but
okay, I got you right now. So they're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're showing 7 at the line right now. Pre-snap. Both linebackers.
Capers is at the line.
Capers is showing. Yeah, Capers is showing.
Yeah. So I think that's where your hot route comes in. That's where your hot read comes in.
This was damn near beautiful. They know this play is coming. Let me tell you why. Capers shows, right? But he shows over the center. He's over Brockmeyer right now.
Mm-hmm.
He goes straight to the flat.
To Lofton, yes.
Not to Lofton, Joe. Straight to a spot.
So he knew. Yeah, he knew.
If that was a wheel route, he's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
They clearly know if we show them this look, they're going hot to the flat. Because Capers goes straight from the middle, makes a beeline to the flat, not to Lofton, who is going up the field. He goes straight to the flat.
So perhaps it was the call. So perhaps it should have been a wheel route. Perhaps.
Yeah, low key, the way to beat this coverage.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's crazy too? I don't think we had to go hot there, but because they showed 7,
right? They showed it.
Beck is thinking they're bringing 7. If he holds that, and then we throw that wheel route, it's there.
Yeah.
But pre-snap, like Joe said, they are showing 7.
Yeah.
Everybody comes except for the 2 linebackers. One of them drops back, kind of like a spy. He may have the back, but the back stays in the block. So he looks like he's just roaming. And the other one heads straight for the flat. Not for Lofton, who is already turning up the field. Capers is watching him go up the field. And he still makes a beat. That was a great defensive play, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was schemed.
So
that was schemed.
Yeah. So my worry level is at probably a 7, and it's not because of this game. It's been that way. After Florida State, it's been that way. And it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. So I'm worried about the penalties. I'm worried about the predictability of the offense. Like, and again, I've been worried about that. That hasn't changed. So, yeah, I'm worried about that. And the goal is to,
we got to show that we got to talk about this play in the chat after this too. There's a lot to break down here. I think he picks this if he runs that flag because he is literally undercutting that.
Yeah.
That was nice.
All right, man.
The more you watch that, the more you have appreciation for what they drew up because that was nice.
Yeah. All right, Rocky. 6 games of film on us now. I mean, everybody has film, Rock. You know what I mean? You're not the only one.
You're gonna have film on somebody after 6
games. Everybody has film. And again, it's up to the coaches.
Make the adjustments.
To adjust. Like you have to now. You have to. You're right. There's 6 games of film on us. The coaches have to start adjusting. Hold on. Okay. Is anyone seeing my comments? Let me see. Let me go up a little bit.
Before you find, I got a question for both of y'all though. Is there something you saw from this game that encouraged you that you hadn't seen either in that FSU kind of? I don't want to call it a collapse and be over exaggerating, but was there anything you saw in this game that at least encourages you moving forward? Something we maybe didn't see in previous games? And I'm gonna look for some of his comments.
Haven't seen. No. I think
no.
I'm just more impressed with the defense and the coaching over there. Like the adjustments that are being made on the fly are very good adjustments. I like Poyser too. He's growing on me. Yeah, there were a couple of tackles missed. But he's flying downhill, man. He's erasing some mistakes. I like Poyser, man. I like Poyser. But yeah, anything new that I haven't seen? Nah. Nope. And that's the problem. That's a problem.
I just feel that because sometimes you hammer teams, you say we haven't seen nothing new, but then there's some little things you may have seen that's like, well, we did see that, and that was kind of cool. Some snap counts worry me.
Yeah.
There's just guys that'll get 2 snaps
to be worried about, man.
I'm confused. My boy not getting on the field and it's starting to bother me. And it could be some bias, but it's also I'm getting worried.
Yeah, we were told that there would be some rotation. It happened early, but then it has stopped. So what's the difference now? Like what has happened over the course of these 6 games that changed? Josh Moore was showing promise. You have who people consider the most talented receiver in JoJo on the bench. You have Dalen Upshaw, who I think can get in and give some quality snaps. I think Dalen Upshaw can get busy.
Chance Robinson for
like the Rob.
He's been listed as out on the last 2 injury reports, though.
Yeah,
I don't know, y'all.
Carr, you brought Carr back. You worked to bring Carr back. What's happening?
Not playing. I'm confused.
So I don't know, man. Again, we're not in the building. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and then in a game last night where the power running game isn't working, why are we not bringing in Pringle or Hellcat and seeing if we can get something off the edge?
Yeah.
Sweep. Just try a sweep with one of them. They got the speed. Yeah. Maybe you just show them a different look.
One time.
Why are we not playing all these other players?
Pringle. I think Pringle can get 3 touches a game, 3 to 5 touches a game. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think I'm starting to worry about some of the young guys that were supposed to be in the rotation this year because this is the era of college football we live in, where you got to start to worry if you'll hold on to them. Not trying to speak nothing into existence. You just worry nowadays. So there's a There's a couple guys on either side of the ball I'm starting to get a little worried about. But
yeah, man.
It's still the season ain't over, man. There's still a lot of football left to be played, man. There's still a lot of football left to be played. You can have an impact, now going forward. You know what I mean? Especially after a loss, you may get some other guys may get some opportunities in practice they weren't getting. Get a couple extra snaps they weren't getting. So
yeah. All right, man. Players of the game, offense, defense, real quick before we get out of here.
I'll go last. I think I went first on everything.
Play of the game.
I think we can all agree on offense.
Mally, yep.
Yeah.
But we'll pick somebody else. Mally, on offense for you, who on defense?
Oh, man. I don't even know. Really, the only one is Scott, but
Keontae.
Yeah.
All right. On defense for me, Poyser. Made a lot of good tackles coming downhill, man. On offense, Inez Cooper. Just for the block. Just for the block. Just for the block. Yeah, go ahead.
On offense, I'll go CJ Daniels. Took a tough hit, but man, great hands.
Yeah, he did have some nice catches. Yes.
Yeah, he had some real tough catches.
He did.
He's a tough dude, man. And he's got good hands. He seems like that's the guy Beck tries to start the game out looking for, him and Tony. So I'll go CJ had another solid game. Probably would have had a bigger game if he got banged up a little bit. On defense, I'm gonna go Armando Blunt because, like I said, he didn't get home, so it's not gonna look like it on the stat sheet. But boy, there was a couple times he beat double teams looking like them boys were kindergarten offensive linemen. He looks like he is going to be something absolutely special, man. He's really good. He's quick. On that screen they threw over the middle, he's the one that chased it down after having the pressure on the quarterback on the screen. Like, he got up the field, got the pressure, turned around, ran, chased the guy down. Yeah. Armando Blunt plays hard, man. Anytime you see 18 on the field, watch him. He plays insanely hard, and he's got linebacker-like speed. It's just he does a lot of the dirty stuff, so that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, unfortunately. But we got something there. We got something there for real.
All right, people, listen, man. We have more games to play. You know what I mean? We're still ranked top 10 in the country.
We man. We good.
We have the ability to still run the table. There's no team that we have the ability to run the table still. We have things to clean up like every team. Every team has things to clean up. We just people in the building just gotta clean it up, man. Got Stanford next week. That should be a nice little bounce back game. They probably feeling themselves because they beat Florida State, which is whatever. I mean,
it's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever. So we got people in the building we got players in the building that are not happy, I'm sure. As unhappy as you are, the people in the building are fucking furious, I'm sure.
Hey, we could be in the same boat as Florida State,
as some other teams,
UF, Clemson, Texas.
Man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in this week, man. Calm down, peoples. Calm down, man. Yeah. We got Stanford next week. Then a big game against SMU. A big game against SMU that we're gonna have to show up for. So
get shit figured out for next week and be ready for SMU. That's right. That's gonna be the thing.
Let's get it. Good thing we don't have to go all the way to Cali.
That's gonna be that's the
one. Speaking of Stanford, I will not be able to make the game next Saturday.
Tickets,
so if anybody's looking to get tickets, hit me up. I got both my tickets and my blue parking pass available for sale. So hit me up.
And apparently Benny is supposed to be at Stanford. So
Syracuse.
Damn, I keep saying Stanford. All right,
Syracuse.
never mind. My bad.
He'll be at the Cuse game, yeah.
Yeah, he gonna. Yeah,
we'll see.
We owe them fools. We'll see.
Oh, he said the tickets are on the phone.
He
so
might be there.
That's not stopped him before. This thing's had tickets in hand.
See, now that's how you throw somebody under the bus.
That was on purpose. I'm not walking that back. Nobody asked me that question 4 times. That was on purpose, Ben. You ran the wrong route. That shit was on you.
Appreciate everybody, man. We are out of here. It's still all about that. It don't matter. It's still all about that, man.
Love y'all in the chat, man. Relax.
Yes,
we're good.
Man.
11
Relax. We outside. All right. Peace.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time.